Libertarian investor here, guys, and I was just watching this really awesome debate about Bitcoin and gold with Peter Schiff and Saifedean Ammous. Saifedean Ammous, he wrote this book called The Bitcoin Standard. It's a really good book. I'd recommend that you read it. It makes the case against fiat currency, makes a pretty good case for Bitcoin, probably about the best case that can be made. Also makes a very good case for gold. But these two had a debate, and for those of you who've watched my videos in the past, you know that I'm invested in Bitcoin, and you know that I'm also a huge proponent of gold, just for the fact of that it is the natural currency, or it is a currency that has arisen spontaneously in the market. So I'm a proponent of each of these. I really tend to agree with the position of Peter Schiff on Bitcoin, in that Bitcoin has no original subjective value. We'll talk about that a little bit more, but I just wanted to talk about the highlights of this debate. First of all, Peter Schiff is pushing this new sort of blockchain gold trading platform called Tether Gold, and I think it would be a good idea. Of course, Ammous had some reservations about it they talked about during the debate. So Schiff was basically defending this more modernized version of a blockchain gold, of a way to trade gold, and I think it's a good idea, and it was a very good debate. But one of the points of the debate, and that I think Peter Schiff could have done a better job defending this point, was on subjective value. And Saifedean Ammous, being that I believe he is a trained economist, he really got Peter Schiff on this point, where Peter Schiff was saying, well, gold originally has value, and it has some intrinsic and objective value, being that it is a prized commodity. It can also be used in electrical processes. It's beautiful. It's been here since the Big Bang and so forth. But this was a mistake because, of course, in Austrian economics, as Ammous was very quick to point out, also being a proponent of Austrian economics, is that all value is subjective. But I think that Peter's point could have been made better in the fact that, okay, gold does have more subjective value that can be tested through history because of its physical qualities, its physical properties. And there was a lot of back and forth about this point of what is valued more. Well, Bitcoin is also valued because it can be more divisible, and it's also easier to send. You don't have to carry it around, and it has more of one of the points that Ammous made, I believe, was that the fact that there's no physical Bitcoin is good, because that means the government can't confiscate it. Well, there's physical gold that can be confiscated or stolen. So Ammous makes the point that Bitcoin is a better money than gold on these regards. But I think he's wrong in this aspect. I think Peter Schiff could have made this clearer. If you look at economics and why money arises, money is valued for one thing, and that is its value as a medium of exchange. So money qua money is not valued as a commodity as such by the people who are seeking it for money. It's valued as money, and that can be proven in the fact, and Ammous made this point, that even people that buy gold and silver now, they're looking to sell it higher in dollars. And Peter Schiff made this point about Bitcoin, that people are looking for Bitcoin to rise in dollars. Well, that's true in that dollars are prized as money. But the thing that both missed about gold is that money in Austrian economics has two sources of value. Before a medium of exchange can be valued qua a medium of exchange, or as a medium of exchange, it has to be valued first as a commodity. It starts being valued on the market as a commodity, and over time, people see that it's valued more and more, and so therefore, it becomes the most marketable commodity through exchange. But the first value has to be through the commodity value. Of course, Bitcoin was never valued as a commodity because there's nothing behind Bitcoin. And in this part, Peter Schiff, I believe, is right. There were some other good arguments that Peter Schiff made. and this is an undefeatable argument, is that gold was created by God, guys. Gold was here since the Big Bang. Bitcoin was created by man. And so therefore, here's the thing, and this is a rational point. How do I know that Bitcoin is going to be valued in 16 years? I don't. If people still think it's going to go up in dollars, then it'll be valued. But gold is valued as a commodity, so therefore I know that gold's going to be valued in 100 or 200 years. That is a very strong argument. Of course, another issue here, and I think this is where actually Bitcoin beats gold for now and holds its own until we can develop the technology, is that, well, with Peter Schiff's Tether Gold, as Amos pointed out, there's only one point of failure. If someone can get to that one point, they could take down the whole network, whereas Bitcoin is independent with the nodes, and you have to take down every single one of the nodes, or a great majority of nodes, in order to take down the whole network. Of course, Peter Schiff responded saying that Bitcoin will hold that value until someone figures out how to hack it. Right now we have faith that someone won't figure out how to hack it, but who knows, with technology moving as it is and AI moving as quickly as it is, they may find a way to do it. Someone already said a few months ago that with quantum computing, Bitcoin will be able to be hacked. Amos responded that we've already hacked gold. Governments have hacked gold, but I don't think it's as he says. Of course, governments by tyranny have been able to impose fiat currencies instead of gold, but the value of gold, again, qua a commodity, as a commodity, has remained intact. I think that the debate would have been clearer if three separate points have been made. And these are the 3 points that I think that all of us have to look at when we're looking at Bitcoin, gold, and whether to invest in one or the other. Again, I invest in Bitcoin and silver. It's probably just because I can't afford gold or couldn't afford gold when the time to buy it was. Right now, I don't think it's a good time to buy gold. We need to wait until it evens out. Then we could perhaps buy on that or buy on a dip like we're currently seeing. But there are 3 aspects here. First of all, the aspect of which commodity is better as money, to become the money of a society. And of course, natural law teaches us, and what has actually happened in history on the market teaches us that that's gold. I don't think Bitcoin will ever become money in the sense of you're going to go to Walmart and spend Bitcoin, because again, it does not have the properties of money. It is not valued as money. Like Peter Schiff said, what can someone do with a Bitcoin besides hold it, hoping that it goes up in value? What can someone do with it? It's just an entry in a ledger. That's all it is. And in that point alone, it is comparable to fiat. Another point that Saifedean Ammous made was that, well, gold inflates more than Bitcoin because there's a controlled amount of Bitcoin that can be mined, but gold is mined at about 2% per year per annum in inflation. But the point that Ammous does not go back to is, again, what is the value of Bitcoin derived from? Gold is valued first as gold, then as currency. Where is the originary point of Bitcoin? There isn't one, guys. So I think it's a very strong argument. The second point is, what is the best commodity to trade short-term trading, guys? And I think gold and Bitcoin all share this property that they can be traded. If you just look at the charts and trade according to the charts, you can trade both of them. And the third question is, what is better as a long-term investment? And I think both have qualities that could make them good as long-term investment. But again, the principles of Bitcoin are simply that it might be valued later as against fiat currency, whereas gold has intrinsic value. So I would vote for gold in that regard. And this ties in with another and very valid point that Ammous made, that how long did we wait for gold and silver, for that matter, to go up? It was almost 28 years. And how long have we waited for Bitcoin to go up? So how long are you going to wait to get your returns? It's a valid point. Anyway, I'm open to ideas. I'm open to debate on this. Very good debate with Peter Schiff and Saifedean Ammous. If you have any points about this, please do comment in the comment section. As always, guys, if you like my videos, if you enjoy what we have to say, please do subscribe to the channel, like the videos, and I'll see you very soon.